Hello and welcome to our tutorial today. We are 16th of, well, 15th today, but for tomorrow, for the 16th of November, we are going to look at DaVinci Resolve. So this is a project that I have. We had a very brief look at it last week in class. So this is a project that I have made as a little short film that I made during the summer, start of the summer. So, so this is my edit in Resolve, and we're going to have a look at just a couple of tiny little things in Resolve that we didn't look at last week. So first one we're going to look at is in my color tab. I'm going to have a quick look at color correction. So you can see that this has color correction on it already. So if I I think a lot of these shots are already color corrected. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at color correcting a shot, not to any great end, but just to look at how you save grades. Basically, this is one thing we didn't look at last time. So I'm just going to shift myself along here, and I'm going to look for, so say this shot here, and this shot here is very similar, but this has a vignette on it. So if I go here, you can see it's got a vignette. So I'm going to add another serial node. And now I'm going to make a color correction on this. I'm going to go to my curves, and I'm going to go to my log here. So I can color correct this in the normal way. These are my shadows, my midtones, my highlights, and I've got my curve here. I can crush the dark areas, brighten it up a little bit, make it a bit more punchy. I can color correct the highlights, so the bright areas of this are quite, or like all skin tone, so I'm going to try and push them towards blue maybe a little bit. Maybe some of the midtones, that's a bit drastic there. So we've got a look here that's been added in. We've got a definite color correction. So we've got our original node, we've got our serial node here, and our end node here, and our second serial node. So, so this is an interesting sort of grade. So this is an interesting set of features that we have on this one clip here. If I wanted to take them and put them onto this clip, what would I do? Well, in DaVinci Resolve, we can right-click here and go grab still. Now, before I do that, I just want to bring your attention to this is the gallery. So you might be sitting in a configuration that looks like this. So I can turn, on and off the timeline. I can turn on and off the clips depending on how you want to set this up, and I can open up this gallery here. So you have stills 1 and power grade, and I can add an album. Okay, but it's power grade that I'm interested in. So power grade 1, and it says at the moment there's nothing in here. So I'm going to right click and go grab still, and it's created a still image here that I can, we'll call this CU grade 1. So this grade here, this grade here is, so this is a saved version of what we've done over here. So now I can move on my timeline. I can select my clips, and here I am on this clip here. Now if I want to apply this grade to this clip, I can right click and I can go apply grade. Now if I apply the grade, I'll click on that now, there it is. So it's been applied as before. So it's got the same set of serial nodes. So that's basically how you apply them in. There are other ways to do it. I can right-click and I can go append node graph, and depending on how complex your nodes are. So if you think, if I just click onto the next clip here, so everything basically starts with a single node. So if I wanted, I could add a serial node here, put a grade on that, then delete this original clip, save that as a grade, and then if I go back here, then I would only be adding in these two, not this one. So so you might have a set of primary color correction you put on every clip, and then additional sort of vignetting or additional color correction that you want to put on afterwards. So if you just want to copy and paste, you can apply grade. If you want to add in additional serial nodes that are added onto the original clip, then you can append the node graph. So I don't know if that hopefully that makes sense to you. But you can see it's gone across here. Now the other thing I wanted to do, and I've used my two close-up shots there, but maybe we'll pick something here. So try and find some sort of tracking shot here. Maybe this. That's a good. Maybe this shot here because it's not too long. So the other thing I want to look at today is tracking. So DaVinci Resolve 12.5 has a new tracker in it. Now, the traditional tracking setting in DaVinci Resolve uses what's called a cloud tracker, but we're going to use a point tracker, which is closer to the one in Blender. Before I do that, I'm going to turn on, I'm going to put in a mask. So there's my mask here. So actually, let me undo that and add in a serial node. And then let's add the mask to the serial node, and we will invert the mask, and we'll make it a little bit bigger, and we will just place it there over the face. Okay, maybe not so much bigger. So basically, we want to darken everything except the face. But let's say we want to track this eye, just the eye in this image here. So how would we go about doing that? So we're going to go to the tracker here, and we're going to change to point tracker. And then we're going to add here, we're going to add a tracker point. So there it is. So I can, so I don't want to move this. I'm interested in the tracking point here. So I'm going to place this tracking point on the eyeball. Okay. Now you can see I can move this anywhere I want on the node. So I've placed this on the eyeball. So now all I need to do is press track forward. Okay. And it has tracked that point for me. I want you to notice that this, because I added it in first, moves with that tracker. But it's a child, so it's independent. So I can place it over here, and it will track, and I can place it right on top, and then it will track. So it's quite a powerful wee little system. So if I just wanted to make a change to the eye area of the face, I can have it track just that point. So let's make a change here. Let's make so let's stick a change the, I don't know. We're in log here, so let's change the offset. Okay, and something quite dramatic. Okay, so now the rest of the image has got darker, but the area around the eye is not, and there's a nice little vignette on it. And we could also punch up the blue maybe in the rest of the image, but not around the eye, just to kind of make it a bit more extreme. So if I go to delivery here, if you look at the eye, so that mask has stayed on the eye to sort of maintain the original shot here, and then the color grade is added to the surrounding area. So that's how you use the tracker, a point tracker, that is. We'll come back and look at the cloud tracker another day, and we're going to try and do this in class. We're going to try and pick an image, and we're going to pick a point in that using a point tracker, adding in a tracking point, track it using a mask, and see if we can make an alteration, change the color of someone's eyes, or change some element, some grading element in the image. Okay, so the other thing is, before we finish up, I just want to bring this to your attention. This is Fusion. I'm not sure if you know of Fusion. If not, we will so we'll spend a bit of time in class looking at this. This is an amazing piece of software. It's a little bit like, oh no, I'm in the wrong spot here. Products. Where is software? Media? There we go. Fusion. So, Fusion 8.2 is shipping. So Fusion is an amazing piece of software, and it's been used in thousands of films like Spider-Man and whatnot. It's $900 or $1,000, just like DaVinci Resolve. But just like DaVinci Resolve, they've just announced a free version of it. So this is Fusion 8 download, and you can download it like you can Resolve. And it's a full node compositor. It is an amazing piece of software. It's like Adobe After Effects, but more powerful for compositing. So it's an amazing piece of software. Probably after Christmas at this stage, we're so close to your grad films, we will have a play with this, and we will be using this software to integrate some 3D models into 2D video. Okay, so that's all for now.